Hey everybody, it's me, that dude with the beard, with another video series called In Regards, where I talk about things regardless of the situation. So recently, Manga Common made a stream about doodles, and they wanted to actually debate each other and how doodles can improve and whatnot. Really, it wasn't all that big of a deal, however, it was still shit because, my god, there were issues that came along with it. I'll get it right off the bat though, I have no issues with Manga, Boone, MDLXR, Ryan, and YouTube Dude. These guys were absolutely perfectly fine in my opinion. And to be fair, I will be getting to certain situations with Doodle, but that'll come when it comes down to it. So first things first, I want to talk about the stream itself. First and foremost, the stream was not that good. Half the time it was mostly people going rumble, 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 rumble. Nothing was really getting done. A lot of the debating was more or less just them talking over each other. There was an audio issue here and there with one loud sound happening, and there was another person sleeping during the call. At least it seemed like that at first. And there was also an issue in terms of Manga Common getting booted out and people were falling out of the stream very often. It was not a fun time, and it really felt like this stream shouldn't have happened because of all these issues. Now, I'm not saying that there weren't some things brought up that I don't agree with. I do agree with some things, but there are plenty of things I disagree with. So, let's get down to that. 1. The headhunting for Doodle and the Doodle Defender. I'm going to be honest, I don't like it when people look for people just because, hey, is there someone that's a Doodle Defender? Let's get them in the call. And then, you want to debate them for some reason. It's not going to look good on you when you have a good portion of people like Renegade or Dylan who are known for getting very emotional towards, Doodle and her fans, and they want to talk to somebody who might defend her. It's not a good thing because it feels wrong. Speaking of Dylan, stop bringing up Jar. I know that she's a friend of yours and you say you're a friend of Doodle's, but constantly bringing up Jar when they both agree that drama should die does not help. You constantly bringing this in is a horrible thing, and you need to stop because it just perpetuates the drama even further. Both of them wanted to stop it before, then Snake came along and revitalized it. Then Jar tried to quell the situation, but then Doodle brought it up again. And then so on and so forth. We all know that somebody's at fault, but we gotta stop bringing up the drama. Especially you, since you seem to bring it up every single time a stream is around, or whenever you have to talk about Doodle and her problems. That being said, let's talk about Ryan. Ryan, I like you. I like your content. And I think it was very good that you talked down the situation, that you actually took the time to say, hey guys, Twitter me is totally different from normal me, so obviously I have an issue, so just, hear me out. And I don't mean to act like that. I understand that that was a good way to do it, and I think it really did feel like, because there was 9 people in the call at that point, that maybe that was for the best, aside from trying to debate people. So that's awesome. Now, let's move on to the whole Joshua situation. I think it's not fair to really attack Joshua, since at the beginning of his career, he basically was just this kid who, honestly, was just commentating out of spite for Supersonic 407, and he had a huge stigma ever since then. Poor Joshua has been looked at like a thorn in the commentary side for years. In fact, he was one of the main reasons why 2012 was so shitty, because everybody made a commentary on him. It was to that point where no one could actually make a commentary channel and not make a commentary on him. It was pretty shitty. Has he improved recently? I believe so. I actually was able to watch his most recent commentary without having to tilt my phone, which is actually kind of good, since most of the time I don't really care about looking at subtitles because I can understand him perfectly fine. The issue, however, is that people say that Doodles is being too nice to him. Why not? Doodle is perfectly alright with being nice to Josh because he's improving. I think he's improving. Josh has had a hard time and has the stigma against him for years. It's about time we broke through that. People can get better no matter how thick-headed and snake-like they might be. Anyway, on to the next thing. Difficult subjects. I know this is a thing that people want to point out to Doodle, and I'm going to agree with. I think she should talk about certain things that... I shouldn't say certain things. She wants to talk about things, and it's fair. She can talk about it if she wants to. But if she doesn't want to, then leave her alone. It's not her fault that maybe she just wants to just not talk about the harder situations without feeling like she's being attacked. The Medicare situation was a bad one, I understand, and maybe that's a good reason to bring up difficult subjects are bad. What if they introduce drama into her channel that she doesn't want? Oh wait, it's not a big deal now, is it? Let's talk about quality versus quantity. I agree that she needs to have some sort of quality or quantity control. I think a bi-monthly, schedule for maybe like countdowns or reviews and stuff are a good point. I think that's a thing that should be brought up to her, and I think honestly that Doodles, if you are listening, I hope that you take that. I want you to do well because I know that commentaries are a timely fashion. and having a timely schedule for your commentaries is not easy. But your countdowns can easily be relegated to a bi-monthly, schedule. And really, that's all I have to say. I don't have any big issues to say about anything else. I won't say anything that might get me in trouble, because honestly, if I did, you just already heard it, really. The first 2 points were really the things, jar and everything else, were the big ones I didn't want to talk about very often. So that being said, I'm that dude with the beard, and peace out, motherfuckers.